Go. Hey everyone. Give me just 1 second. All right. Hi. So let's just let the clock stop. Let the dust fall to the ground. And just be where we are. If anybody has any questions tonight or anything that they'd like to hear addressed or to talk about, you're welcome to put it in the chat. But other than that, let's just find the stopping point. That place where time stands still. That place where we don't have to reach into the future or reach into the past. Where we can just be our authentic selves right here, right now. And just sink deeper into this moment. Your attention is the vehicle through which you engage and move life. Up until this moment, your attention has just been following the ups and downs of your day. And to pull yourself into the meditative state, it's kind of a balancing act. You use your focus to rein everything in, and then you let go and you be in the result of that. And then you apply just a little more effort to rein yourself in. Attention at the forehead and crown, present in this room. And then you let go a little bit and you just be with that. The thing is, if you use too much force, it won't be sustainable. You'll burn yourself out and everything will feel tight. If you don't use any force, And you don't really get a choice. So you just apply a gentle effort just to course correct. And then you let go. And after a few breaths, there's another moment where it just feels so natural to apply just a little more effort to course correct. And then you let go. You let go and you just abide. A little more effort. And then you let go. And you do this until you reach a moment of true self-existent stillness. In that moment, when that comes, all that's necessary is to maintain your awareness. No need to course correct. No need to apply effort. This process is how you quickly get from being lost in your day into the meditative state. When you come to a class like this, I do it for you. I give you little directives. I capture your attention. And because the object of your attention is there, you find yourself there too. But in your daily lives, when I'm not there, this is the way to do it. Neither too loose nor too strong. Judicious moments of course correction, and then a letting go. It's like you're a potter on a potter's wheel, just trying to find that balance place, but in the beginning, you're nowhere near it. If you overcorrect, the clay is going to go flying everywhere. And so you find that minimal effort that it takes just to get things back to the center. First, just back towards the center. And then with your hands, you just enjoy the feeling of being at the center. It's like that. Once you're there, it just builds. And I think a lot of you have experienced that before. Once you're there, you can just let it unfold. Let it be exactly what it is. Anything you do to manipulate it at that point diminishes its peace, diminishes its light. But if you start to feel the clay moving off center, you course correct again. You just provide the slightest pressure, the slightest attention, and then you let go again. Once you're at the center, the skill is staying there. It's tricky. You can't stay there through course correction, really. It's not effort that keeps you there. At that point, it's about what you don't do. It's about not reaching outside of that moment for anything. Once you're at the center, it's a slightly different skill set. How do I rest here? How do I abide here? The trick is to let go of time. The trick is absolute patience. Unconditional acceptance. No power to reach for. Nothing to hold in place. You just don't reach outside of the moment. It's hard to talk about these things because in a way, they're kinesthetic skill sets. The words just point to the experience, but you have to go there and feel your way through it. So tonight I'd like you to give yourself that experience. Attention at the forehead and crown, eyes somewhere on the floor in front of you or the desk in front of you. And just the gentlest effort to bring yourself into this moment and away from your day, to take your attention off automatic pilot and bring it to a place where it can wake up safely. But not rigid. A little effort, and then you just let go. You let go and you see how the clay is spinning on the wheel. Then just a little more. And you let go. Just gently, with no sense of manipulation. Influence yourself back to the center. It's a place everyone I see in this room has experienced. Can you get yourself there? And then can you let that be enough? Can you not need it to be anything more than that? If you can accept it exactly as it is, it will slowly start to fill with energy. And it'll become something bigger than you could have ever imagined. take my word for it. Sit with it. Abide in it. From that place, anything else you could ever want to know is attainable. It's good. I can feel you're already doing it. All right, I'm going to leave you to it. Eyes open, attention on the floor or the desk in front of you or whatever's there. Gently influence your way back to the center. And learn the kinesthetic skill of staying there. It's not a scramble. Just show up and act gently and with purpose. The ground beneath you is solid and strong. And you are finding your center on top of it. You don't need to fix the chaos. Just shift your attention. Just center yourself within the breath. Let the chaos be the chaos. You center yourself in your breath. Okay, guys, let's do this. Let's just clean off a little bit of the energy on the front of your body. Hands up over your head. Inhale. And then exhale, bring your hands down the front of your body. Down to the navel, and then turn and face, palms to the body. Then inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Slow. Two more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale down. Now resume your practice. Gently center yourself and abide there. Center yourself in the breath. So it'll feel a little more hollow because it's not bumping into those energy structures. But if you abide in this place, it'll fill. It'll fill with energy and strength, stability and clarity. Stay there. Give it a chance. Just let it build. Nothing to do with it. Everything is always in motion. In meditation, there's an experience of a light, a force. It's experienced a little differently by everyone. And then there's the container, which is you. But it's always changing. Your ability to experience that light and the container, the quality of the container. Some of it is things you can do better, and large pieces of it are things you couldn't do anything about. They just have to do with the world you're walking in, the species that you're a part of. Spiritual warrior isn't a spiritual warrior because they can fill up perfectly or because they're the perfect container. But because they are willing to stay open and step into that flow, even when they're experiencing a suboptimal connection. It's how you fail that matters most. When things aren't linking up, you may know the reason or you may not. You may have someone here who can see that there's just structures blocking some of the energy flow, or maybe not. But if you stay open, if you keep opening yourself to it, just these little refinements occur until something beautiful can start to happen. And what happens today, it doesn't predict what happens tomorrow, but it's a part of what happens tomorrow. I want you to get good at failing at spirituality. Fail with all your heart. Don't turn away because something isn't working. Stay open, stay engaged, and let it build. There will be times when the wind is at your back, where even though your efforts have been suboptimal, for some reason everything's just working. And there will be times where you're doing everything you possibly can for a tenth of the results that you're used to. You need to approach those two situations exactly the same way. That's what success in this looks like. It's what success in anything looks like. But it's a teaching that you come right up to face with when it comes to the practice of meditation. Which is a lot more than just quieting your mind. It's releasing the veils that block you from knowing yourself. Are there any questions about that? Or any questions at all? Sometimes you'll sit down and you'll notice that meditation actually makes things feel more chaotic. And when that happens, what's happening is that you have a bunch of kind of energy feeling structures from your day hanging around your body, just through feeling down certain pathways over and over and over again. You get a little semi-solid structure. And when you start to meditate, the energy increases and it flows through those structures, but because they are aberrations, the light skews in many different directions, and it makes you feel uncomfortable. Some people who have a lot of that going on will sit down and they'll just feel angry. They'll just feel really, really just frustrated and angry and like they just want to hit something. If you sit long enough, that'll burn off. Or you can try and just move that energy with your hands the way we did tonight. There's a million versions of that technique. Doesn't really matter if you get that right. You're just creating movement. Same way you would brush powder off your shirt or something. Or dirt or leaves. And then after you're done, it changes your energy. But sometimes it creates an even bigger container to fill. And if you just sit there long enough, it'll fill. And you'll start to notice this light or this pressure or this experience of beauty, a heightening that moves through you. Or other times you'll feel a sense of intense stability and force that you have access to. It all kind of depends on the vessel in the moment. From what I can tell, the light is always the same. The force is always the same. But these vessels are very malleable. We say things like abide in meditation because it changes you. We're working to align ourselves to be more fillable, less aberrant in our energies. But even if you don't know how to do that, it doesn't matter. Just sit there and practice in the way that we've shown you, and the rest will take care of itself. Long before you understand it, you'll be able to work with it, and then understanding will grow too. Okay, guys. If there are no more questions, I think I'm going to close up for the night, and I will see you all next Thursday. Good night, everybody.